Hey folks, what's going on? Gavin here from Hybrid Fitness with the next video in our daily video series. So today I want to talk to you about when quitting is the absolute right thing to do. So I mentioned in what should have been yesterday's video, depending on when I post it, about how I preserved and persisted and got from GC Fitness in 2009 to Gavin Coin Fitness to now into Hybrid Strength and Fitness. And how that happened because I just didn't say no. I didn't take no for an answer, and I knew deep down that it was going to work. And then I mentioned that no matter what it is, you have to persist until you succeed. And that can often get mistaken with the so overused "don't quit, don't give up" fitness motivation that's out there. And quitting sometimes is the absolute perfect, necessary, vital step to take. Sometimes either the approach we are using needs to be abandoned. Sometimes the end result we are chasing needs to be abandoned. We can start off, and as we go along on the journey of trying to succeed and complete the goal, we can find that that's just not what we wanted in the end anymore. And rather than going, well, sure, I've started, so I'll finish. No, don't. Only finish if what's at the end is what you want. Only persist with the approach and the technique and the method you use if conquering them and using them to succeed is what you want. Don't be afraid to change the tools you need as you go along to get the result, get a better version of the result, get the result quicker. Get a result that lasts longer. And that can be applied to anything, guys, all right? That can be applied to, again, training, weight loss, mindset work, self-improvement, improving your life in all aspects. So don't feel bad if at any stage you decide, you know what, I'm going to quit. This isn't for me. Go for it. And because it could be the very thing you look back on in a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year, 6 years, however long. You look back and go, you know what? I'm so glad I stopped going after that goal. I'm so glad I stopped when I did, because I'd have wasted my time and energy and effort chasing something I didn't truly want. And that wouldn't have made me happy. And it wouldn't have made me healthy. And at the end of the day, guys, that's the two things we're kind of looking for: happy, healthy, and fulfillment as well, all right? So, again, just shot this to kind of clarify and to enlighten on the whole kind of aspect, because again, I've quit on things before, and I've quit on things that I look back on and go, you know what, that was absolutely the right thing and you had to do. And then I look back and go, okay, at the time it was the right thing, but now I look back and I'm in a different position, I'm in a different place, and you go, well, maybe that wasn't the best decision. And you can end up in that situation where in the moment you decide to pack something in, you decide to quit or to give up or whatever reasons you use to justify for yourself. You decide to take that course of action, and then a month, 4 months, however long, down the line from that moment, you look back and go, shit, I regret that decision. Now, I don't regret many decisions in life, because I always find there's a lesson in everything that we do. And that everything we do happens for a reason. It's a choice we make, and we make that choice at a time, and at the time that's the absolute thing we want. But there's no harm or there's no shame or there's no issue with looking back and going, you know what? At the time I thought it was right. Now that I've got more information or upon a further review, that's not actually, I maybe left too soon. Imagine watching a film or reading a book and you get halfway through, you go, this is absolute shit. You get up and leave. But turns out, oh wait, when you watch the whole thing, it turns out a bit better. I was at Jordan Belfort, the guy from The Wolf of Wall Street. He was in Dublin about a year and a bit ago. I went up to the event thinking, this is great, we'll learn some business and see things from his point of view and that. The first 45, 60 minutes was basically, just a glorified Q&A where people asking all about the film and the cocaine and the women and the money and everything else. And it's probably the closest I've ever come to getting up and walking out of an event. I said, this is just not for me, not happening. And I said, let's just give it a little longer and we see what happens. And thankfully I did, because then shortly after we got down into the brass tacks of what we were actually there for. So again, don't be afraid to quit. Don't be afraid to change what you're trying to do. At the same time, if you do quit and you look back and go, oh, maybe I didn't give it my all, maybe I kind of didn't test all of the options before I went for it. And that's no harm in going back in a minute too. Again, these are all decisions only you can make, because no one knows your situation. No one knows your opinion. No one knows your point of view as to why you do these things. And, you know, that's it, folks. All right? Talk to you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye. God damn it.